Okay, so I didn't think I'd be making another video on this subject, but I figured since the last video I actually did talking about Marvel Rivals did pretty well, I would just do a little bit of a follow-up on that. So some of you guys who actually subscribed to me from that, I did mention in that video that I do not do gaming content at all, really, but I posted a poll on the channel. Some people said they'd be interested in me talking about game news and whatnot, so I might start dipping my toes a little bit more into that. But today is not about news. It's not about film and TV. So if you're new to this channel, I predominantly talk about film and television. I do reviews, I do analysis, I do movie updates and news and just things like that, just yap sessions about all of those different things concerning movies and TV shows. But I might be just segueing into games because I do play a lot of games outside of like the channel and whatnot, maybe getting back into streaming. Anyways, so Rivals, the last video I did, I was talking about the matchmaking and just the EOMM, and so if you guys want to hear just some of my yaps and my rants rather about how I was feeling about ranked and how I was feeling about the game, I'll post a video in the description box below for you guys to check out. But today I'm gonna just kind of do a little bit of a follow-up, because in that video I said I was gonna be taking a break or just not really playing the game anymore. For context, guys, if you're new to this video, I have like over 500 hours going on 600 hours into the game. At the moment, like season 1 to from season 0 actually to the beginning of season 2, I didn't play too much ranked, and I only started really playing a lot more ranked seriously from season 2 going into 2.5, and at that point I just peaked at diamond. I didn't really want to play anymore. I didn't feel like grinding anymore. I kind of just gave up on just doing competitive because of my issues with the matchmaking and my experiences that I've been having. And but prior to that, I've just been playing quick play, mainly just a quick play warrior up until I started trying to climb the ranks. And I climbed from about gold to diamond in about 3 to 4 days, so it didn't take too long. But I did stop playing ranked, and I actually just did stop really. I didn't play the game as much anymore, like really after that moment. Like you're seeing clips of me playing Ultron. Obviously I've been trying him out when season 2.5 like really dropped, and obviously like I've been having fun with Ultron, but I just haven't really been playing the game as much as I used to, man. Like I used to be playing this game pretty much every day for hours on end. Whenever I would finish doing work on YouTube and like getting content and all that stuff, I would just hop on Rivals and I would just grind and play. I have like what, about 9 or 10 different lords at the moment. That's how often I play the game. And yeah, my opinions really have not changed at all, like at much, man. I feel like if anything, it's gotten a lot. Like my experience in the Rivals has just gotten a lot worse, because I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna play competitive anymore. It's been such a stressful and annoying experience that I'm like, you know what, I'll just chill on quick play with my wife and my friends, and we'll just go on quick play and play. And I can't even do that. It has been so horrible. Like literally, guys, we're talking about like, oh my God. I mean, okay, first of all, Ultron, it's kind of easy to get MVP and SVP on, so that's not really anything to brag about. It's not really hard to get MVP and SVP on Ultron, just because the way how his kit works. He blocks some damage because of his shield, and he does some decent healing, not the best. And if you have decent aim, you can get a lot of damage done. You can do a lot of poke damage. You can get a lot of kills if you have pretty decent aim, right? So it's not really hard to get MVP on Ultron, so that's not really a brag. But again, I've been getting a lot of SVPs on the character, and man, holy crap, man. These games have just been so horrible. And yes, it's just quick play. I know it's quick play. It's not that big of a deal. I don't even want to try to take him into ranked, because pretty much everyone that I've spoken to that has been playing in GM or higher with Ultron and other characters have been describing the experience as just complete and utter hell. Like we're talking about, I have some friends, and there's a guy I met too in the game as well, like peaked at like Celestial, right? And like there's other people that I spoke to that like peaked at GM, peaked at Celestial and whatnot in the comments as well, just talking about their experiences, peaked at Eternity, and they haven't even been able to break diamond this season because of how things have been. The matchmaking recently has just been so horrible, guys. And the subject of the video, we're talking about like, has the game died, right? Like I'm pretty sure you've seen a plethora of videos of people talking about if Marvel Rivals died or didn't die. My opinion on it is that I don't think the game is dead. I don't think the game is going to die, but it is in a decline right now. It's in a major decline, and a lot of the complaints that I'm seeing from everyone across the board, I don't care what you say. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. If you don't think that EOMM is real, then you're living in Delulu land. I ain't gonna play with you. Like, you living in Delulu land. Like, you're living in a box where you're only seeing the world in a funnel and you're not really focusing on the bigger picture. Like, you're literally just preoccupied by one tree. Like, you're not like looking at the entire forest. I had to quote Musashi here. Like, you're literally not paying attention to anything else around you. So EOMM, this has been something that NetEase themselves, they have published videos, documents, papers. This information is out there. I don't need to make a whole video talking about it, but like, this information is public. It's out there. You can see it for yourself. Debate with me all you want. I don't really care. It exists not just in this game, but a lot of live service free-to-play games incorporate this system in their games. If you disagree with me, again, you're living in Delulu land, and that's a problem for you to figure out. But as for the vast majority of everybody else, we know it exists in the game. Like, at this point, it's hard to deny that it does, right? Every match has been horrible. you queue up no matter what role you play. Again, whether it's quick play, competitive, I don't even need to play competitive this season to know how bad it's been. Again, just watching other streamers, talking to friends who've been trying to climb this season, this mid-season, it has been horrible. Now, let me preface another thing too. Like, if you are like in the top 0.1% of players, like if you're like some of the top 100, top 50 players in the world, or even top 500 players in the world, right? You're not gonna have this problem. You're not gonna notice EOMM. You're not gonna really notice matchmaking because your skill is at such a high level that you could negate anything the game kind of throws at you. And you can see this, like a lot of people who smurf or do alt accounts that they want to do these challenges from like 0 or from like bronze to celestial, you know, or other streamers or the people who do like a no healing this or a no damage this or whatever, like these little crazy challenges that these people do where they climb from bronze to eternity or bronze to celestial. These guys are just really good people with years of experience in the genre of the game. They've put a lot of hours into mastering game mechanics, game sense, aiming techniques and whatnot, muscle memory. They're just, some of the people, they compete for a living. It is their job, right? So if you're one of those people watching this video and you're just that good, then good for you. Honestly, good for you. Like, you're not experiencing this, but like, this is about the vast majority of players in this game, the average player base, whether these are people who came from Overwatch or Team Fortress, or they came from like Paladins or whatever other hero shooter that's out there, right? Or even people like me, where this was like one of their first ever real hero shooters that they kind of like dealt into for the very first time, right? Like, this, for the average player, is a horrible time. It's been a horrible experience. And again, I don't even want to talk about like flying meta or dive meta. Honestly, no matter what the meta is, there's always going to be a group of people unhappy, right? Like, as someone who plays mainly tank and like healer, dive meta was horrible for me. I hated dealing with dive, especially if I was on a tank. Especially if I was solo tanking in comp too. I hated dealing with dive. It's hard to create space and like deal with a Black Panther, Iron Fist, and Spider-Man all at the same time, a Magic all at the same time, and I mainly played Emma, 60 hours on Emma, and she was really good and still is kind of good at dealing with a lot of dive and peeling for them and whatnot. But just because I can do it doesn't mean I enjoyed it. Like, there was many games where I was able to deal with that combo, a Spider-Man, a Black Panther, really good ones, and an Iron Fist, right? Pre Iron Fist nerfs, right? I was able to deal with these guys, no problem, right? Diamond games, no issue. I was able to deal with them, doesn't mean I enjoyed it though. It wasn't a fun experience. It was very stressful. And even the same thing, like if I'm on the healing end, oh my God, dealing with all these divers. So yeah, I hated dive meta, but now it's about fly meta, right? And people don't really like the fly meta right now. There's tanks and there's other people who play dive who are not really getting a chance to do what they do. So, you know, I mean, I played a lot of flyers. Storm was like my second lord. I got like over 45 hours on Storm. So I'm used to playing flyers. I don't really have an issue with it. But again, that's because I'm comfortable playing with flyers and it doesn't bother me, right? But like, I can understand how somebody else on the other end might hate the flying meta, right? So, but then watch, next season can be like a triple tank meta. Like they were trying to push that in comp, like certain high elo. Like if you get to certain high elo, a lot of people were doing triple tank, right? For all you know, you might have a triple tank or a 4 tank meta, right? Like next season, we really don't know. There might be like 4 tanks, right? And then like 2 healers or something like that might be the new meta next season. We don't know, right? And that might annoy people too. So whatever the meta is gonna be, people are gonna be annoyed. I don't think that's gonna change. I think you can't please everybody when it comes to meta. The meta will always shift. And that's how all of these types of games work. But what needs to change, and NetEase is failing to address this. They're not even talking about it. They're not even gonna say, hey guys, in season 3, we've heard your complaints about the matchmaking and we are going to reevaluate the way that we host our matches or something like that. They don't have to be specific. Like they don't have to go into all the detail about what's going on. But all I know is that something needs to change. People are going on loss streaks. People are deranking like a mother freaker. Like it's been a horrible time. A lot of people that I know are not playing the game right now. It's just horrible people, horrible experiences in voice chat, horrible toxic players in normal chat. Like I'm at the point now, I don't even play. It's quick play, so I'm not even like, bro, if I'm having quick play, I'm just not even playing with the chat on anymore. I'm just not even playing with the chat on. I'm just not even playing with the chat on, man. Like, no text chat, no voice chat. I don't care anymore. And there's been days like I literally get on, like I will lose 2 games and I just wouldn't play for like 6 days or like a week or so. I've been playing a lot of Dune Awakening lately. That's been a fun game to play. I've been playing a lot of Fantasy Life, some Final Fantasy 14. Claire, Obscure Expedition 33, like there's so many other games to play. And right now, Rivals, I haven't bought a skin in like nearly a month. I used to buy pretty much all the skins that came out every week and whatnot. I haven't spent any money on this game in like over a month. I'm actually protesting with my wallet. So I'm not buying any skins. I haven't been investing in this game. And I have a lot of skins in this game. And I'm protesting on my wallet. And I feel like you guys should do the same. Don't buy any skins. Don't play the game. Don't play the game. Let your concerns be heard, right? This video might not get a lot of views or anything like that, but let people know how you feel. Complain about it. Talk about it. Let the devs know. If enough people are not talking about it, they're not going to change anything. They need to change this. They need to adjust their algorithm for their matchmaking. It's complete and utter dog water. You're talking about like 99% chance to lose, 99% chance to win. Getting a team where this happens too. In ranked, man. Like, I remember noticing this. I would go and check the post game. Like, people on my team would be like me, where we all peaked at maybe Diamond or peaked at Plat or something like that. And the entire other enemy team peaked at Eternity or something. Why am I playing against these guys? Why am I playing against people with a higher skill level, Why am I not playing against people who are my current skill level? And that's the thing, too, that always irritates me and has always irritated me. I don't mind losing in the game. Okay, let me get that clear. Because losing actually helps you to learn, right? I don't mind losing. The conditions matter if I'm losing to people who are clearly way better than me. I would rather play a game where both my team and the other team are actually at the same skill level, and we all have the same skill level, and it was a battle of attrition. And the other team just happens to beat us because they were slightly better or they made a better decision making in the moment. Things like that. Losing to reasons like that, I think that's fair. Like that's why if you look at the Rivals tournaments and all these things, they're playing against players of their same skill level. That is not everybody else's experience. In comp and even in quick play, we're not playing against people with the same level of experience. They're either really bad or really worse than you, or 10 times better than you. There's no in between. There's none. And that's the issue. You're not playing against people who you could take on in an even fight. It's like a lightweight person in a boxing ring fighting somebody that's heavyweight. It's just not fair. It's not fair. And I know some of you guys are gonna say it's not fair, womp womp, get good, whatever. I don't care. You guys can go and just live in your funnel and just go do what you do. Leave this conversation to the adults, okay? You guys can go and just do your thing. If you're gonna be toxic and whatnot in my comment sections or whatnot, I'm just gonna troll you back. Like that. That's just what it is. Like I'm here to actually have a genuine conversation about the problems in this game. So if you're just gonna meme, go ahead and do that. It'll just help the algorithm. Doesn't even really matter. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I don't want to make it too much longer. This is another rant, but again, matchmaking needs to be fixed. The experiences have been just horrible. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, Clockmaster out.